Okay, so this is Greg's Micro Octa Domino. What I've decided to do is to show this puzzle first in the video, and then after I've shown the puzzle, show the assembly footage and the sticker in. Because my thinking is that most people who watch this video, they just want to see the puzzle itself, and then they probably won't want to sit through the assembly footage. So for those people, after I've shown this puzzle, they can just stop watching the video, and anyone who wants to watch the assembly of this puzzle can just carry on watching. So this is basically a Shapeways puzzle, and as you can see it's fully assembled and stickered. Yeah, the last time I checked on Shapeways, this is not for sale anymore, so I'm thinking this puzzle is probably quite difficult to get hold of now, because I don't think there's going to be that many that exist in the world. So as you can see, you've got like a round shape there showing through the sticker. That's where I had to widen. There's a hole underneath there, and the reason why you can see it is because the edges of the hole are sticking up, because I had to push a screwdriver into it and then twist it round to widen the top part of the hole, because there was a 3D printing error. So I'll show you the colour scheme. So we've got white there, yellow on top, and then we've got red, green, purple, light blue, orange, lime, pink and dark blue. So the turning, it's not too bad really. You've got to hold it in such a way so these parts don't become misaligned, because if they do, then it's difficult to turn either this layer or this layer. But the turning is pretty good on it, as long as you're holding it right, so it does turn properly. Now when I first assembled this, when I started, after a while of breaking it in, when I started turning this part anti-clockwise, it made the screw loosen and the puzzle just fell apart, so I had to put a bit of super glue on the end of the screw it back in. Sprayed a bit of lube into the hole as well, just so there's less friction between the head of the screw and the plastic, and now I can turn it anti-clockwise as much as I want and it doesn't come undone. And these parts turn as well. Yeah, occasionally it'll get a little stuck, but it's not really a big deal. So I've got no idea how to solve this. There's no tutorial on YouTube on how to solve this. I don't think there's any tutorial online. So once I scramble this, I may never be able to get it back. I've got no idea whether it's going to be easy or difficult or what, but you know, I guess I could always ask on the Twisted Puzzles forum. I'm sure there'll be someone on there who will be able to give me some sort of a solution. Stickers look quite nice as well. I basically bought them from Oliver Stickers, they weren't too expensive. So let's start scrambling this puzzle. Let's see if I can do some sort of a checkerboard pattern on it first. Okay, that's not working. Yeah, the checkerboard pattern isn't really working out, so let's just scramble it. It's a really nice looking puzzle, I think. So I guess you could call that fully scrambled. So I'll give you a closer look at it. Let's hope the camera focuses. Okay, so I can't believe that I actually forgot to give you an idea of how small this actually is. I'll show you how the size of this compares to a regular size 3x3. So as you can see, it's pretty damn small. So that's Greg's micro Octa prism, and yeah, I guess that's about it. So I'll leave you with the assembly and stickering footage. Thanks for watching. Okay, so there was a printing error with one of these pieces, and I'll show you what it was. It was this piece, the screw hole in it. It was too narrow all the way down. It was the same diameter all the way down, and the way it was supposed to be was like this. So like the top part is supposed to be more wider than the bottom part. That way the screw will sit where it is, because it can't go any further down because of the head. And there'll be enough of the screws sticking out of the bottom so you can actually screw this piece onto this piece. Now on my piece, the hole, it was the same width all the way. So it was basically too narrow for the screw, so the screw head would just sit at the top there, and the bottom of the screw would be around there, so you couldn't actually screw this piece onto this piece, if you know what I mean. So what I had to do was I had to actually widen out part of the hole, and I did that by using a small screwdriver. This flathead screwdriver is kind of a bit sharp at the end, so I just pushed it against the hole and started spinning it around. And it very slowly but surely carved out a more wider hole, and it took me absolutely ages to get enough depth for the screw. So now when I put the screw inside it, I'll just push it down. So now the screw sits far enough down, so you can see it's poking out a little bit. There, I'll try and zoom in more. Don't think it's focusing, is it? Is it focusing? Not sure, it's hard to tell because I can't really see the viewfinder properly from here. Oops. So yeah, luckily I didn't have to contact Shapeways and get a new part printed. So we'll just push that back out. So you only need one screw for this puzzle. The type of screw that you need is a very, very small one. It's just absolutely tiny. I can't remember what the name is for these screws. I can't remember what they're actually called. Got my stickers as well. Got them from Oliver Stickers. So yeah, let's assemble this. Okay. So assembling this should be pretty straightforward. It's not really a complex mechanism. we'll put in these other pieces now. So that is one side done. Kind of a nice pattern. Oops. See if I can turn it over without them falling off. Okay, let's do the other side. Yeah, assembling this puzzle, it's really straightforward, to be honest. There's nothing complicated about it. Yeah, I mean, some of these pieces, like this one with a tiny stalk on it, really thin stalk, they look quite fragile, so I'm going to have to be careful when breaking this puzzle in. So that's another side done, so now it's time to screw them both together. Oops. I think I screwed it in a bit too tight there. So what I'm going to do is, before stickering this, I'm going to break it in. I think maybe it's still a bit too tight. That's better. I've got to be careful when turning these parts because these like squash diamond shaped pieces, they've got like really thin long stalks on them. I won't video the whole breaking in process, but I'll just show you a little bit of it. See, now it's moving a lot better. So these Shapeways puzzles, they break in really fast. Funnily enough though, when turning it the other way, it's still really stiff. Now it's starting to loosen up. Okay, so while I've been away, I've made a couple of changes to this puzzle. While I was breaking it in, after a while, when I started turning it, this layer anti-clockwise, the screw inside, it started loosening up. So the whole puzzle started loosening up and then it just fell apart. So obviously, when turning the puzzle this way, it was making the screw undo. So I guess it's something to do with friction or whatever. So what I did was I just put a drop of super glue on the end of the screw. I screwed it back in, and just to make sure, I sprayed in a little bit of lube onto the screw head so there's less friction. Left it for 24 hours, and now I can turn this layer anti-clockwise as much as I want, and the screw doesn't unscrew. Now, while it was apart, I actually cut off the little spindles inside with a pair of nail clippers. This was because when I was when turning this layer or this layer, the spindles would actually rub against each other, and it didn't actually stop it from turning, but it just made it feel really rough, and you could kind of hear it as well. And I remember that Greg actually sent me a PM, and he said that the spindles make the puzzle worse and they don't actually need to be there. They're just there as a result of printing, so I ended up clipping them off with a pair of nail clippers. Okay, so let's take one last look at this before I sticker it. As you can see, some of the die has come off and you can see the white plastic there, and it's happened on a couple of other pieces on the other side as well. Not sure if it will show up that well on camera, which is kind of unusual. I've never known that to happen with Shapeways plastic before. So it turns quite well. These parts feel a bit looser than when you're turning it, than when you're turning the whole disc. But yeah, all in all, the puzzle turns quite well. So let's start stickering it. So the colour scheme that I'm going to go with is the same one that I saw in, I think it was Greg's video. So I'll start doing the white face first, I think. We also have black stickers as well. You can use black stickers on a black puzzle, but they're mainly intended for being used on a white puzzle. So that is the yellow side done. Now it's time to start putting stickers around this part of the puzzle. I've actually written down the order that the colours go in, because like I said, I watched a video on YouTube of this puzzle. I think it was Greg's video, and I just decided to go with the same colour scheme that his micro Octa Domino had. So let's start off with dark green. Yeah, sticker in this part of the puzzle is going to be a bit more trickier, because like these bits move about when you're trying to place the sticker onto them. Last one. So that is the puzzle now stickered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hairdryer just to heat up the stickers and make them adhere to the plastic better, because the stickers don't really stick to the Shapeways plastic that well, because the Shapeways plastic it's rough, and I guess it's porous. So the setting on the hairdryer that I like to use is a medium heat. So that is the puzzle now finished.